My wife and I started Burger Bunker, built it out while living in my parents' basement, and opened it in Coeur d'Alene in 2018. And after about 5 months, had the opportunity to buy a bar that we turned into the Bunker Bar. We parked a food truck outside of it and expanded on the bar offering since then. We've done 4 expansions, bought some real estate around it. So I had a bout of epilepsy when I was, starting when I was about 2. I had my first grand mal seizure when I was 3 years old. I was having over 100 seizures a day for over a year at that rate. All doctors in America had written me off as a loss, said that I was going to be too brain dead to ever learn how to read, that I would die before my 13th birthday. And my mom just started learning about neuroscience and epilepsy and everything that she could. She finally stumbled across one doctor that was doing some experimental work down in Mexico. After all the other doctors had written me off, said that I was going to be dead, this doctor said that she could cure me. I was taken off of all medications and using a combination of a couple of pieces of technology that she had and an incredibly strict diet. Became the first person to be ever completely cured of Lennox-Gastaut epilepsy. By the time I was 7, I was seizure-free. So using nutrition, I was able to be completely cured of Lennox-Gastaut epilepsy with little to no symptoms for the rest of my life. Because this nutrition had saved my life, I hadn't really ever had many cheat meals, ate organic, and my mom had kept me on an incredibly strict diet till I was about 15 years old. Was the first time I got to really eat. Like, she made all my candies for me, dessert, any sweets. So I didn't get to really have all the same traditional things that everyone did growing up. When I was about 15, I started to get to experiment with other sorts of foods. I ate everything that I could for like a year. Then I started realizing what it did to my body, that I didn't ever have any seizures come back, but I didn't feel good. Sports suffered from it. And I started realizing the difference that eating well makes in your life. That was in high school. And then after high school, after I enlisted in the Army, this was when I really fell in love with fitness. Outside of sports, I fell in love with lifting weights, calisthenics, some more advanced powerlifting, Olympic lifting. And then I really realized how much nutrition plays a part in your life. I started training other people how to eat well, how to hit higher levels of fitness, and kept carrying over after the military. Was helping other friends to be able to gain weight if they wanted to. I was a skinny kid, so gaining weight was difficult. So it was focusing on high protein diet, adjustable carbs, adjustable fats, and more calories in than you burn, and just helping people to gain weight or lose weight, but either way to get to higher levels of fitness. And that 80% of that is nutrition, 20% of that is what you do with your body physically. So it started because of my childhood, carried over into the military and sports. After the military, went back to college and played soccer for a little while. We started thinking about more what long-term, what our lifestyle fits around. As we had a kid, as we reflected more on our passions, we found that a healthy lifestyle was centered around eating well. And that's why we started Konala. We wanted to just make that as easy as possible to eat well so that people could realize how much better you feel eating healthier food rather than traditional fast food. My wife has made me a better person. As when I first met her, man, I was short out of the military and I was short-tempered, egotistical. She's helped me realize my flaws, improve them, and have had the patience with me while I was improving all of those flaws. She's made me better at business. We've been in business every step of the way, side by side. We don't really separate our personal life from work, since we work together too, and it allows us to have more open lines of communication, but we can grow faster. All of our family members, our employees that were with us from the beginning, they've noticed our growth together, and it pushes them to grow themselves. And I don't think it would have been nearly as fast for my personal qualities developing without my wife by my side. And we were just boyfriend, girlfriend when we started. Hadn't even been together for about a year when we started the food truck, and then didn't get married until about 4 years into business. So that was a big relationship test, but we were able to grow through all of that. I don't recommend having a kid 2 weeks before opening a new restaurant. That was crazy, but he has taught me patience. Patience is probably one of my most recent character trait deficiencies that I've had to work on. And he's taught me patience at a rapid rate, but it's the greatest thing ever. I had no idea how awesome it was to be a parent. Growth in both my personal and business life is my priority. At Konala, we want our franchisees to have a business model that allows them to maintain their healthy lifestyle, as well as owning a business that's created to scale and grow.